So week 5, we did Ardha Navasana. That is also known as boat posture. And we went through a couple variations of the posture in order to make it doable for us, right? So boat posture is holding here and stretching. And as you hold the posture, you want to make sure that you're not collapsing here to hold it up, right? So in order to work with that, this rock is actually a little bit difficult to do this posture on. It's a little bit rounded, but we're gonna make it work. It's a little more challenging for me, right? That way you guys can look at me and say, see, it's not so easy, Alicia. You're having trouble with it. It's all part of the process, guys, all right? So just sit with your hands a little bit behind you and feel what's more comfortable for you. Fingers forward, fingers to the side, but just make sure it's comfortable. Listen to your body, okay? And bend the elbows to help you get a little bit of leverage to help you get your feet up. If you're able to come straight up, awesome. If that's a little bit difficult for you, don't worry about it. Do what feels good. I want you to feel good about these postures, and then progressively you guys are gonna grow and you're gonna always find new ways to do it. Even ways that maybe I'm not showing you, but ways that work for you, okay? So starting here, bend the elbows and either bring the feet up together or bring one up and then the other, and just hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, I was even dipping and had to lengthen up. Okay, bend the knees, bring it down, and relax. Just go ahead and cross the legs and bring the chest forward. Try to lay the belly down in your lap. All right, the next modification, bring your arms back behind you, bend the elbows, bring one leg up, next leg up, one hand forward, down, other hand forward, down, lengthen, bring the feet down. Yes, cross the legs, and forward. And coming up. Next modification, bend the elbows, still lengthening. Just because we're bending the elbows, let's not be lazy, let's not just collapse. Okay, so lengthening, one leg up, next leg up, one hand, next hand, down, down, down. Okay, and lengthen, and stretch. And roll up. Hold it for 3 seconds at minimum. If you can hold it for 10 seconds, even better, all right? And just work your way up from 3 seconds, okay? So bring one leg up, second leg, 3, 2, 1. You can bring them down one at a time or bring them down both at the same time. Listen to your body, see what is going on with your back, and work with it from there, all right? So moving on to Padmasana. So Padmasana is also known as the signature lotus posture, right? And my lotus posture is not perfect, so I'm still working on it. So even though I can get my feet up into this position, it doesn't mean that doing half lotus doesn't have benefit for me, because it has a lot of benefit. Half lotus actually works a lot on strengthening the ankles by creating space for the muscles to hold the bones and provide support to the bones. It helps stretch the knees, it helps open the hips. And remember, all these stretches, it's squeezing out all that stagnant stuff stuck in the muscles. So it's also going to help with inflammation, it's going to help with circulation, as well as your mobility and flexibility, right? Okay, so let's keep your left foot out front and bring your right foot up as far as you can to the hip. And if it's really difficult to get up here, that's fine. You can be up here and still be getting something out of this posture, all right? Just make sure that you're listening to what is right for your knees, okay? So I'm gonna bring my foot up as far as I can to my hip, and I wanna make sure that the pressure on my ankle isn't here on my foot, because then that tweaks my foot up and it can overextend these tendons here in the ankle and the foot, and that's counterproductive, yeah, okay? So make sure you're supporting the ankle here as high up as you can, and just sit up tall, bring your left hand behind, and just rest your hand on your knee, okay? And whenever you're doing lotus or half lotus, this is one of the best meditative postures, because you can really just settle into the foundation of your body, really settle into what's going on in your core, through your central channel, your hips. Feel all the circulation squeezing in your legs. And then when you open up, it feels so good. Maybe it hurts a little bit, but afterwards it feels so good, yes? Now, as you're watching the video, if you're looking at me and thinking, yeah, my knee doesn't go down that far. If your knee is up here and you feel it in your glutes, if you feel it in your hamstrings, you feel it in your adductors, in your IT band, that's where you need to be, is here, all right? You don't need to be down here all right away, okay? So don't feel discouraged. Feel glad that you're taking the time to do this work, okay? So if you're here and all you do is just set a little bit of pressure, just barely resting your hand, because just being in this posture is tight and you feel it deeply, just stay there. And then just let your mind settle into your body and just feel everything circulating through your body. And as you breathe, just try to send fresh energy and air through to those areas that are tight and feeling discomforting. Try to follow your breath. Try to keep your breath calm. Keep your breath steady. Let your mind be calm. Remember, as you breathe and keep your breath calm and steady, your mind begins to believe that this is not a stressful position for you to be in. And that's the trick, is we don't want to be stressed out about these postures because they're good for us. And it's all a process of change. So just settle in. And just trust your body to be able to change. Trust your body to be able to open. When you start to trust your body will start to trust that you know what you're doing with it, yeah? Alright. Now when you come out of this posture, one leg at a time, oh, I have a little friend. Excuse me. I need to move my friend. Come on. Go on over there. It's a cute little spider. So you just bring the foot off of the hip down and keep the other foot out in front, but just bring it in. Sit up tall, grab that front leg, and try to bring your chest over in front. And if your bottom lifts up off the ground a little bit, that's fine. Just try to feel those hips opening, the back lengthening. Feel the adductors stretching. And then to come out, you're gonna roll. And exhale. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but this rock is kind of a slow, gradual slant down. So if it looked like I was a little bit unsteady, it might have been because I was feeling myself start to tip over. All right, and just shake out the legs. You might feel a little bit of tension and pain in the knees, but that's just the knees saying, oof, you don't use me like that. But you can. Shake them out. Tap the feet. Free massage time. Yay! Tap, tap. And bring the other foot in. So now you're gonna bring the left foot in. Right foot stays out front. Bring that left foot all the way up as far as you can. And remember, if it's here and you feel it, stay there and just work with it and breathe and settle in, okay? Just bring it up as far as you can. Sit up tall as you can. If you're leaned back because your legs are tight, that's fine. Just try to lengthen the spine. Lengthen that spine. Get space in between those bones. Let the spinal fluid flow, nourishing your nervous system so that your nervous system responds well to your breathing. Activate your parasympathetic nervous system so that you can restore and heal and create the kind of change in your body you want to create. And just let your mind settle in. Following your breath, having a really deep sense of gratitude for everything your body does on autopilot to support you and to take care of you, to keep you healthy. And also really tap into a deep sense of gratitude just to yourself for the fact that you're taking this time, making the choice to connect with your body and to consciously, purposely work with your body to support your health. Feeling empowered to make changes within yourself. That's a big thing. That's a powerful thing. Yes. And as you bring your foot down, bring the other foot in, grab that front foot, sit up tall, inhale, open the chest, and try to bring your chest down to the floor in front of your legs. There I go again. There's another way you can do this too. You can stretch your arms out. I'm going to stretch my arms out so I don't roll down the rock. And roll your spine up. Keep the head down. And exhale. All right, you guys, that's it for session 5. Those are 2 new postures.